Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take that stack of sources you've got, pull out the crucial bits, and help you get really informed. Today we're tackling a name that might sound a bit like a puzzle. Syed Inayatullah Ali Khamenei. It's definitely an intriguing combination, our mission, to clarify who this might be referring to, or maybe who these names refer to. We've got some great material here that should help us untangle this mix-up for you.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it, how one string of words can potentially point to, well, very different people, or different types of figures, really, in completely different parts of the world.
Absolutely.
It just shows how important, precise identification is, especially now with information flying around everywhere.
That precision is so key.
Yeah.
What kind of problems do you think pop up when names or identities get mixed up like this, especially across cultures?
Oh, huge problems. You could easily misunderstand someone's actions, their beliefs, maybe misjudge their influence entirely, or just miss the real context.
Right?
Getting the content right, especially in things like geopolitics or cultural studies, it's just vital.
Exactly. So, okay, this interesting name is our starting point. Where do the sources take us first? Seems like the most globally known figure connected here is Ayatollah Syed Ali Khamenei.
That's right. Born July 17th, 1939, in Mashhad, Iran.
And he's, well, undeniably a massive figure in the Middle East.
Mass is right. He's been the supreme leader of Iran since 1989. Took over after Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the founder of the Islamic Republic.
And that role, supreme leader, it's not just political power, is it?
No, not at all. It's this unique mix. Highest authority, both religious and political. His religious rulings can directly become state policy. It's quite different from most leadership models you see elsewhere.
How did he get there, his background?
Well, his journey really started with a deep education in Islamic theology. In Qum, which is Iran's big center for Shia scholarship, he studied under some top scholars there, including Khomeini himself, actually.
And politically, he wasn't just, a scholar who ended up in power later?
No. Our sources show he was very active much earlier, involved in anti-Shah protests back in the 60s and 70s.
Right, I read he was jailed multiple times by Savak.
Yes, the Shah's secret police. Pretty notorious. So after the 79 revolution, he was immediately a key player in the new Islamic Republic. Served as president, actually, from 81 to 89.
Before becoming supreme leader.
Exactly. And one consistent thing throughout his leadership, which the sources highlight, are his strong anti-Western views, specifically anti-American and anti-Israel.
And his influence today is just immense, isn't it?
Completely. He effectively controls, well, almost everything. The military, the courts, state media, foreign policy. It all runs through these extensive networks, clerical figures, but also the Revolutionary Guard.
Ah, yes, the IRGC.
Right. They're not just military. They have huge ideological and even economic influence. So Khamenei sits right at the center of this whole system. His reach touches pretty much every part of Iranian life.
Okay, that gives us a really clear picture of Ayatollah Khamenei. But what about the other part of that name we started with? Syed Inayatullah. The sources seem to point somewhere else entirely.
They do. That full name, Syed Inayatullah Ali Khamenei, it doesn't seem to correspond to any single globally recognized person.
So Syed Inayatullah by itself, what does that usually mean?
Well, on its own, without more context, it often refers to various figures, particularly in South Asia. It could be local scholars, maybe Sufis, spiritual leaders.
So not like a head of state, more regional maybe.
Exactly. Could be a respected local mystic, someone known for poetry, or a community scholar leading prayers. It's just, without more specifics, like a country or a city, maybe even a specific shrine they're associated with, it's almost impossible to say, that's Syed Inayatullah.
So it's not one specific famous person everyone knows?
Not in the way Ayatollah Khamenei is, no. It's a name that needs more local context.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. What's the main takeaway here? The core clarification from this deep dive.
I think the main thing is that the name Syed Inayatullah Ali Khamenei seems to be a conflation, a mashing together of possibilities.
Right. We've separated out Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Syed Ali Khamenei, very influential, globally known.
Definitely. A major political and religious figure.
And then there's Syed Inayatullah, which likely points towards, well, a more local, spiritual or scholarly figure, probably from South Asia. But we'd need more information to know exactly who.
Exactly. And it really just highlights how valuable precise information is, doesn't it? How easily names, identities can get tangled or misunderstood across different places, cultures.
Absolutely. Getting those details right is crucial.
Yeah.
So here's something for you to think about as you go about your day. How often do we maybe run into these kinds of combined or mistaken identities just floating around and all the information out there? And what's the real power in taking a moment, like we did, to seek out the accurate, specific knowledge? Thanks for joining us on